In order to find relief from this buildup of the information dysregulation, we have to integrate the information into our lives in a meaningful way. I am finding that the way to integrate all of the stuff that we input into our lives is to create more output. And that word create is really important too. Create output. Let's talk about it. This is kind of the way the world works in 2025. We are bombarded with input, ads, articles, new research, new trends, new experiences. All of these things are feeding our brains with more information and more things to process. Now think about it. For me, this was such a light bulb, like, duh, obviously. As an autistic person, knowing that I need more time to process things than other people, it makes total sense that I need to slow down and allow myself time to process all of the many things that I'm learning. But do I give myself that time? No, not usually. How many of you have scrolled for a really long time on social media only to feel more dysregulated? The amount of things that I integrate compared to the amount of things that I learn are vastly disproportionate. So much input with very little output. So whether or not you realize it, all of these things that we're learning every day, it takes up space in our brains, in our hearts. I know that sounds a little cheesy, but we hear things, we see things, and we don't process them. And it sticks. I believe that we can offset this input by tapping into more of the Thomas energy, that lethargic, slowed down, processing space energy. Also, I believe we tap into this through creating. Now, that might seem counterintuitive, the slower paced rest in conjunction with creativity, but I really think it's important to slow down in order to create. To consider your favorite authors who sometimes go off the grid so that they can bring a new book into the world, right? Or an athlete who kind of disappears for a while so that they can have intense training sessions before that big event. We see so many examples of this where somebody will remove themselves from distraction in order to create something new. There's a reason people do this. It's effective. But I really feel like, especially for autistic people, this process also needs to be done on a smaller scale. I've also started building little creativity breaks into my schedule. I start the day with like 5 minutes. Really, it can just be a quick little 5-minute, just me writing something. I don't have to share it with anybody. It doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to mean anything. I just write. Just these little brief snippets of creativity and output where I'm not giving myself more things to process and understand. I'm giving myself outlets to respond, to create, to integrate, to understand how something affects me, and to actually give myself time to feel it.